Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TTV news with some last events in our province, and now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the afternoon of April the 17th of 2022, at the border gas station number 845 Ninh Ninh, Châu Thành district, the former police bureau member and former standing deputy Prime Minister Trương Hòa Bình awarded 50 scholarships to the poor and filial ethnic students studying in border communes of Châu Thành district.
Also attending the event, there was Mr. Thanh Temple, Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the People's Council of Tay Ninh Province. The delegation awarded 50 scholarships, each worth 2 million Vietnam dong, to 50 students from ethnic minorities in the district, and 20 million Vietnam dong to support border guard station H45 Ninh Điền in the epidemic prevention control work on the border. The money is sponsored by the Student Support Fund, Labor Newspaper, and SSI Securities Choice Law Company. The representative of Châu Thành District leadership thanked the delegation for the attention and affirmed that it is one of the motivations to have ethnic minority students overcome difficulties to have conditions to continue going to schools.
And in 2022, Tay Ninh Province continued to accelerate the disbursement of public investment capital and complete the provincial planning in association with regional planning in order to quickly recover the economy and promote the growth. The basic construction work is interested in creating momentum for economic recovery, taking advantage of opportunities in the new situation. In particular, Tay Ninh has directed to focus on implementing drastic measures to promote disbursement of public investment capital. The province has announced capital construction capital from the state budget in 2022 to the investors for the early implementation at the beginning of the year. The state budget investment plan assigned by the Prime Minister in 2022 is about 3,577,829 billion Vietnam dong, and provincial leaders have also directly conducted field surveys of work and projects and issued many drastic directive documents in which requesting all levels and branches to guide and urge investors to complete investment procedures, select contractors, and implement projects according to the approved schedule. Especially large projects of the government province strive to disperse on the allocated capital in the year, ensure the quality of the works, do not incur an increase in the debt in the capital construction volume. Investors have actively implemented in the first month of the year. Thanks to that, the disbursement situation is better than the same period last year. By the end of March of 2022, the whole province disbursed nearly 732 billion Vietnam dong in capital construction investment, reaching about 20.45% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister and reaching about 17.57% of the plan assigned by the Provincial People's Council, increased to 60% compared to the plan assigned by Provincial People's Council with the same period, in which the local budget disbursed 421.5 billion Vietnam dong, reaching 15.89% of the plan assigned by the Prime Minister and reaching about 13.05% of the plan assigned by the Provincial People's Council. Rising 4.4% from the same period last year to about 1,318 trillion Vietnam dong, equivalent to about 57.55 billion US dollar, and retail revenue alone picked up for about 5.8% year-on-year, with many domestic retailers posting positive signs in their business. Meanwhile, accumulated in the first 3 months of the year, the total retail sales of the goods in Tay Ninh Province is estimated at nearly 18.64 billion Vietnam dong, up to 6.71% over the same period, in which the food group increased by 8.44%, gasoline and oils of all kinds increased by 7.66%, other fuels except petrol increased by 7.89%, and revenue from repair services of cars, motorcycles, motorbikes, and other motor vehicles increased by 13.83%. And to maintain this development trend, businesses are expanding their operation and distribution network to bring their products closer to customers. However, they predict that inflation will be among the factors that prompt consumers to tighten their spending, which may slow down the sector's expansions. And ladies and gentlemen, e-commerce has become an important support tool, helping businesses to quickly and easily implement business activities on the journey of recovery and development in the new normal context.
According to Vietnam E-commerce and Digital Economy Agency, the growth rate of e-commerce has remained steady at about 17% per year for the past 2 years. Particularly in 2021, retail e-commerce revenue reached $13.7 billion, accounting for 7% of the total revenue of consumption goods and services nationwide. The percentage of Internet users participating in online shopping has also increased to about 90% from 77% in 2019, with the average online shopping value of each consumer estimated at $270. So Vietnamese businesses should conduct their sales on many different e-commerce platforms because each commerce platform has its own advantages, policies, customer base, and way of operating. Businesses also need to build long-term development strategies in which price strategy is the most important. On e-commerce platforms, there will be extremely fierce price competition, so pricing strategy is crucial to help businesses determine their position in the trading floor.
On the morning of April the 18th, at the Bến Kéo Hamlet, Long Thanh Nam Commune, Hoa Thanh Chau, the Long Thanh Temple community and local people held a worship ceremony to Kỳ Yên. The festival takes place on the 17th and the 18th of the third lunar month with rituals such as worshipping Hậu Sở, Hoa Đơn, a kind of folk music, worshipping the Great God, visiting the ancestor of Trần Văn Thiện from the mausoleum to the communal house. Kỳ Yên Worshipping Festival has the two meanings, both remembering the ancestors who make public discoveries and praying for a new year with favorable weather, rain, peace, favorable crops, development of production, and prosperous people, prosperous life. The Kỳ Yên Worshipping Festival at Long Thanh Temple takes place every year to show gratitude for the marriage of ancestors, a form of gratitude of the ancestors. And at the same time, it is also a local folklore activity which is preserved, maintained, and developed. Today, Long Thanh Temple has been restored and repaired many times due to the historical events, with an area of over 6,000 square meters built in the southeast direction overlooking the Vàm Cỏ Đông River. On October 12, 1993, Long Thanh Temple was recognized by the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism as a national intangible cultural heritage. And ladies and gentlemen, green bamboo is a traditional verb of the rural people in Vietnam. The image of bamboo enters poetry and literature. Bamboos keep the village, keeps the water, keep the thatched roof, and keeps the ripe rice fields. And today, thanks to the green bamboo, people get rid of the poverty. The veteran Trần Trọng Tấn living in Cầu Khởi Commune, Dư Minh Châu district is a typical sample of this farming. Retired from the army in 1996, veteran Trần Trọng Tấn returned to his hometown in Cầu Khởi Commune, Dư Minh Châu district and started doing business from scratch. When he returned to peacetime doing enough jobs to live, Mr. Tấn worked as a hired man with many different jobs, and over the years, veteran Trần Trọng Tấn bought a piece of garden land to cultivate and stopped growing beans, switched to rice, run out of green vegetables, to rubber trees, but still in need. And during a visit to a friend's house, Mr. Tấn saw that the model of growing bamboo trees for bamboo shoots brought economic benefits. Mr. Tấn returned home and decided to cut down on the rubber gardens to grow bamboo for bamboo shoots. Bamboo is easier to grow, stronger. I'm older, so I can't scrap rubber or produce other things. I only grow bamboo, and here a lot of members grow it. I also grow it. Mr. Tấn is cultivating for 100 bamboos on an area of about 7,000 square meters of land. The bamboo garden is well developed, and the bamboo shoots of Mr. Tấn family until the harvest day are bought by traders in the gardens. For about 1 kilogram of fresh bamboo shoots sold at the garden from about 15,000 Vietnam dong to about 23,000 Vietnam dongs, depending on the time. And with 100 bamboo roots, Mr. Tấn families earn about 50 million Vietnam dong per year. From the past 2 years, Mr. Tấn has created a stable life from growing bamboo for bamboo shoots. Bamboo growing model is assessed by Veterans Association of Cầu Khởi Community Minh Châu District. It's a suitable economic way and brings high economic efficiency. Once they have settled down, established a stable life, they will make many contributions to the association work as well as actively participate in building a new rural areas with the locality. Implementing the new rural development program for Cầu Khởi Commune, which has been completed, the roads, electricity, and flower streets are very beautiful. The Veteran Association also participates in the models, including the flower growing models. And the Veteran Association of Cầu Khởi Commune, Minh Châu District has about 113 members. Over the years, many veterans have changed their lives from growing bamboo for bamboo shoots and raising livestock. Initially, the veteran planting bamboo after making a profit will invest more to livestock to do businesses and take profits from bamboo trees and pour them into the herd of livestock. From livestock excrements to use as a fertilizer for bamboo plants. And this approach both reduces the cost and help veteran members increase their income. And currently, Cầu Khởi Commune has no poor or near poor veterans. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining in with us and see you next time.